Alright, hope everybody's having a good one. Welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator with one and only Cookie Pirate. Today... Wait a minute. We're already loaded in. What's going on? Well... So the airport that I started at did not have an option to load in on the ramp from shutdown, so I had to load in, turn everything off, and move it to the ramp. So, here we are. Today, we're flying from Tanana, Alaska, in a new location that we haven't been yet. And we're going down to another airport we haven't been to yet, but been over, Talkeetna. It's going to be about a 55-minute flight. We'll probably go at 19 or 21,000 feet. I haven't decided exactly yet. Climb aboard, let's go flying. And now that we're already in, there's no loading screen, so... Let's go ahead. Yeah, it's a little bit of an unusual start, but everything's going to be pretty straightforward for us here. Standard start, go ahead, turn the two battery switches on. If you look ahead, this is the Yukon River that we're facing. The Yukon River actually gets pretty wide down here, and the name of the village that we're at is Tanana, and that is because the Tanana River, I don't know if the river's named after the village, probably the village named after the river, but the Tanana and the Yukon River come together here. And you'll see that very shortly after we get airborne. It's actually quite pretty. Those are all good there. These are a little on the bright side. Alright, bring the mixture full, rich. Power lever forward. Boost pump on. And prop area is clear. We'll go ahead and pull the power back. Oh. There we go. And pump it 1/4 inch forward. Clear. Engine is started. Let's go ahead and lean the mixture for taxi. Actually, no, we're not going to do that. And I'll tell you why. We're going to do something out of order here. We will check all of these, of course. The oil pressure is good. Temperature's rising. We will go ahead and turn the alternator switches on. We can bring the avionics on. Engine instruments look good. That's fine. So here's what we're actually going to do. We're going to do our run up here. And it's because of the way the airport is well, I shouldn't say configured, but it's just the way the airport is. So we'll be having to taxi out between some trees and onto the runway, and you can't really see well. So we're really gonna have to do this carefully here. Alright, so what we'll do, fuel quantity is checked, fuel selector, we leave it as it is right now. Boost is on. Mixture stays full rich, but we're not going to set the flaps. We will set the transponder. So we go altitude. It already is set to that. Code. It's about 65 degrees Fahrenheit on the ground. 18 Celsius right now. We do need to make sure our autopilot is configured, so we'll turn VNAV on. I think we'll go at 21,000. FLC will set to the standard 110. CDI is set to GPS, so that's all good. Alright. Brakes are on. We're going to go ahead up to 1700 RPM, do a run-up. Oh, not that high. Holy cow. I bumped that a little extra forward. Let that idle there. Turn all the lights on and the pitot heat. And 28.2 volts over here. Amperage is good. We will go ahead and turn those off. We will leave the landing light on just for good visibility, especially kind of on a low visibility airfield. I'll kind of discuss that here in a moment. Let's go ahead and do a mag check. We're at 1700. Good. Back to both. Now only the left. Good. Back to both. Engine instruments are looking good. Everything seems okay here. Power back to 1000. Those are set. We'll grab the weather here at Tanana real quick. The wind is calm, so we're going to take an eastbound departure. That'll kind of put us on course. 8 miles visibility. There's some smoke in the area. It's 7,000 broken, 11,000 overcast, 18 Celsius, 2987. That's set. Alright, we will go ahead and check the trim. Good. And flight controls. Rudder's good. Ailerons, or elevator, and ailerons. All good. Back into the cockpit. So now what we will do is go back and take a look at this. And yeah, we don't have to really do anything over here. We will switch selector before we go airborne. Kind of doing a little modified since we are doing a run up here early on the ground. And taxi, there's really not much to be done other than just release the parking brake and check the brakes. So let's go ahead and do that. Taxi out. And we can lean the mixture out now, actually. Looking for peak. There it is. Alright. So I'm going to turn over here on the grass. It's just a little grass place to plane in and everything. But there's the Yukon River. You can see it's actually quite wide. Over here it looks about the width of some of the lakes. It's a little bit lower visibility over here just because you're kind of, well, you got these trees. I can imagine some wildlife coming up through here or something. Can't see much. Now in the real world we'd be listening to the radio frequency and people would be calling in. But we look like we're actually good to go over here. We need to make a left-hand turn. So we're taking off to the east, so what we're going to do is back taxi. We're on idle power. A couple things we're going to do while we taxi down. We'll set flaps half. And check them. Good. And we'll set full power climb, reach a peak. Zoom out on the map. We'll zoom in a little more, just on the takeoff. It's not really mountainous over here, but it is kind of hilly out that way. It's pretty flat that way. And even though we haven't used much, just for good measure, we will switch the tanks. Boost pump is set, final items, just making sure we have everything on that we need to. It's going to be about 55 minutes. Oh! No, that reminds me, we actually need to set the GPS track direct to Talkeetna. So let's get in position on the runway here. Turn wide. There's some more room down here to go. Let's get centered. Set the parking brake while I don't think we're going to roll downhill or forward, but just as good measure. Flaps are at half. So, all we really need to do is just type in PATK is where we're going. Yeah, Talkeetna Airport. And enter. Enter. Now the course is set. It's going to be pretty standard departure. Going to power forward. And 77 knots. We'll rotate. We'll turn on course. 800 feet. Now we could turn above that, actually. I'd say 1,000 feet we can engage the autopilot. We can really turn on course when we hit about 7 to 800. It's all good. Let's go ahead and disengage the power brake. Parking brake, power brake. Alright. Let's go. Full power set. Engine instruments looking good so far. Oh, high temperature. Hold on. Let's reject that. Alright, shouldn't have done that there. That spike that turned red, it's an indication that something, and that's probably because our mixture was not full forward. We leaned it for taxi and forgot to put it full forward. During the run-up, we put it full forward and leave it. So that comes part of the risk of forgetting to do that. The good news, we got the plane stopped pretty quickly. I think we have enough runway where we can just start rolling again and make it from here. We could turn around. Nah, we really didn't end up using that much. So, well, that's I think the first rejected takeoff I've done in this sim. So, it's good practice. Anyway, let's go ahead, slowly put power back in. And let's just hold the brakes, just make sure nothing. Yeah. And let's roll. Temps are good. Engine instruments are looking good all over. That's exactly what it was the mixture was leaned. Airspeed's alive. Engine's still looking good. We're gonna be fine. 77 knots, we'll rotate. Alright, we're airborne. Positive rate of climb. Go ahead, bring flaps up. And here's a view of the river, the Yukon River. Now we get to see the town. Kind of right down here. $700 we can turn. There's 1000, we can turn on course and engage the autopilot. Nav mode on to intercept the course. Now take a look off the left. That's where it splits. The Yukon River goes this way, and that's the Tanana River that way. And they all come together. Or well, they merge. Right up there. You can see the split. It's kind of neat. There's the town of Tanana. In fact, if we turn back this way, and look, you can see the village. There's the airport. And yeah, it gets pretty hilly out that way. It's relatively flat down out that way. Most of it. If you continue away up the Yukon River, you'll run into towns. You'll actually go over the Dalton Highway. And then you'll run into towns like Stevens Village, Beaver, Fort Yukon, Circle, and Eagle. If you follow the Tanana River, you'll run into Tanana, Fairbanks, further down Delta Junction, Tanacross, Talk, and Northway. As for this, we're going pretty much straight south. Go back to the cockpit here. We can do landing lights off. We're going to need to turn the pitot heat on soon. Not quite yet. It is not following the track, so actually let's do this. Let's just set the heading. For an intercept. It does that sometimes. I don't understand why. That's fine. Alright, otherwise climb checklist here. Those are all good. Airspeed 110. Fuel pump stays on boost. Yeah. Next thing we'll do is just preset cruise checklist. Enter. And we can switch to the engine page. Let's go ahead and lean the mixture just a little bit to the bottom of the green. Good. And back to the GPS page. 7 Celsius, let's go ahead and just turn on the pitot heat early. And we did switch fuel tanks. Alright, we're looking good. Yeah, you can really see the split right now. If you look here, this is the Tanana River, and the Yukon is up this way, and it starts kind of winding through. This is a quite pretty area of the state. Start going through some clouds here. We may get a little bit of icing, so let's go ahead and turn de-ice on, and let's just go ahead and turn the heat. Just turn it on the low for right now. And yeah, we will just go ahead and keep an eye on stuff. We'll pull the chart up. Alright, so here's the Tanana Airport where we took off. Now it's pulling over to the track. Okay. Here's where the rivers split. Turn into intercept course. And we follow down a couple other things here. Tanana's over here, Fairbanks is over here as a reference. So kind of further west from Fairbanks. Talkeetna sits in this valley, almost but not quite to Anchorage, and this right here is Denali. So we are going to be passing very close to the summit of Denali, so you should have a really good view of that, provided that there's good visibility. Let's see. So far no ice, but we're going to be going through some more clouds up here. So we'll just use some caution. We can turn up the de-icing if we need to, and if it is too severe, we just will get out of it. Looks like we might be fighting some headwinds though. 12 knot headwind right now. That's not terrible, but as we go up, we may have more of it to deal with. Oh yeah, I see the ice now. Tell you what, because there's going to be quite a bit of it up ahead. Let's turn that to high. So we have enough to do about an hour and 6 minutes of the anti-ice on high, so we're okay as that is. This says an hour 22, but we haven't reached our cruise altitude and accelerated. Oh, that's actually kind of cool. The assist to lean the mixture. Where we're at right now. This just requires periodic, very slight adjustments. Go back on there. Let's actually just go through this. So they do have checklist for icing conditions. If inadvertent or icing conditions exist, and that is fine to run if we are expected to go through it. So the pitot heat is confirmed on. De-ice is on. To de-ice the windshield, which I don't think we need right now. Yeah, we're okay. We can just push the this button here. Don't need it. We can actually turn this back to norm. If ice accretions do not shed, we'll turn it to high. Ice accumulating on protected surfaces, protect mode. And if we turn that, anti-ice system failure checklist, which I don't think we need. So those are all good there. They are shedding. Pump backup switch on. That is disabled in sim. Airspeed 95 to 177 or less than 204 true. This is indicated. While in icing, flaps up. Ice inspection as required. We don't need it right now. Cabin heat is hot. Windshield defrost is on low. And you just keep an eye on those parameters. And just do those when you leave it. So we got everything we need right now. We're actually out of the icing conditions pretty much. Oh wow, look at that. Yeah, 23 knot direct headwind. Well, okay. That's actually saying an hour and 3 minutes now, given the winds aloft. Alright, set standard pressure on the altimeter. Just a little more to go. We can zoom out on this. Are there some falses on the radar? That doesn't look right. Not sure. Oh, that played at the beginning of the video. Ah! That's just the layer of haze. There it is! There's Denali, and we're gonna go right past it here in a bit. I mean, this is probably among the closest we're gonna get. Fuel imbalance, yeah, good time. I'm gonna go ahead and switch the tanks back. Alright, we can turn the fuel pump off. Let's go ahead and pull the checklist up. Oxygen cruise. 30.5 is what we want. So we actually still do have to reduce it a little bit here. That right there will work. Fuel pump is off. Mixture, we'll lean that in a moment. Engine parameters are looking good, and our engine temps are fine. Reset the descent checklist. Let's pull this up, and it should peak again as usual at right about 20.
As we wait for the smoke to clear and we watch our dreams appear, I know that we can rise together. This vision that we share is ours. Together we can touch the stars. I know that we will see each other.
There's peak power. And we have the ability to continue running the de-ice for 2 minutes. We can go ahead and turn it off. We're out of the conditions. Pitot heat has to stay on. Let's go map. Let's turn the radar off. Not worried about it up at this altitude. It's 44 minutes or so to go. Doesn't help we have a 20 knot headwind. It's actually better up here than it was. Is going to 23 make any difference? No. It would not. We'll stay here at 21. Oh yeah, we're actually pretty far west of all of that here. It's really pretty remote. There's not a lot over here. I got a couple. There's just this high layer of clouds. Kind of gives a gloomy, overcast appearance, except it isn't really. That's the way that the sim is rendering it, I'm pretty sure. So, yeah, whatever. Minus 22 Celsius here at altitude. It's about minus 8 Fahrenheit, I think.
Why do I, baby, why do I love the touch but never love the feeling?
Yeah, it's been a quiet few minutes. Really not a whole lot to do up here at Cruise. And just hanging back. Staying about 35 minutes en route.
Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah. Gonna come. The birds have just begun. We will always take a stand for the people, for the land. Let's go back to when we were young. For the animals we stand. Let's go back to when trees were swung. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah, the beauty of the world. Savannah, let's all take a ride. Savannah, I'm coming home. Savannah, we'll never be alone. Savannah.
It's pretty neat. It has the Cirrus logo on the seats, on the headrests.
too much, now I'm swallowed. Now I'm the fool while you're breaking rules. Dangerous path that
Looks like the clouds are starting to lower. I hope they don't obscure the peak, because we're gonna get to pass pretty close by it. That'd be a really cool opportunity to see that, and it would be unfortunate if the visibility didn't allow it. I would be disappointed. And unfortunately, it looks like it is. The sky is... the cloud ceiling is starting to lower a little bit. Let me go in and turn that on. There's really not any in our direct path. Right there is one of the only airports right along our route. That's Talkeetna, and it says hazardous. So probably do not want to land there unless what does this say? Oh, right pattern 28. Maybe is that why it says hazardous? I don't know, but probably wouldn't want to land there unless you have no other choice. It's a grass field that's out in the middle of nowhere. That's some pretty views. I wish the skies would be a little bit more clear. Let's see. Just a little bit better. But what we're looking at right now is the Tanana River. And some of the airports up along there before you get to Tanana, such as Anderson, Clear. Actually, Anderson isn't an airport. That's one of the towns, I'm pretty sure. Now, there's Clear Airport, Tishner Air, Healy River, McKinley Park. Kind of all along those there. Showing about 24 minutes en route remaining. And I think maybe now we're close enough where we could pick up the weather at Talkeetna, although maybe not, I'm not sure. Let's see. It's not showing up in the list. We may have to wait until we get to until we get over the range. I'm a little curious to where point of descent's gonna be. So I may just preset an approach. Just kind of for target. Although the runway runs north-south, it's 119. Now we're less than 80. Oh, they're coming up. Oh, it's not in the list. Like get clear in Tanana, but not getting the others.
Like you, be strong to hold the powers of the sun. To dream, believe in strength. Now I'm the only one, only one.
Now we're starting to get some pretty cool views here. That's neat. And we're getting close up on it here. Oh, little bump. There it is. There's the mountain on the map. Little green dot. So the summit of Denali is 20,320 feet, and we're at about 21,000. So you look off the side and you think about it. That mountain peak is going to be about 700 feet below where we are. But it actually looks like it's higher. Looks like it's higher. About 20 minutes remaining en route. Let's see, can we get the weather yet? Still not in range. It might not be receivable yet. Now we're only 66 miles away from it. Well, let me double check to make sure I just didn't miss it in the list. No, it's not there. Tanana, Stampede, Summit, Clear, Sky Lodge, Clear, and Tanana. Huh. I don't know what's going on with that. That's kind of weird. I guess I'm gonna have to get it from Sky Vector. Alright. Okay, so got it on Sky Vector. Showing the wind is calm, 10 miles visibility, overcast clouds 8,500, 20 Celsius on the ground, and the altimeter's 2988. Okay. That's good.
Just to find somewhere that finally feels like home. Oh, oh, oh. I hate all this overthinking. Oh, 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 oh. The more I swim, the more I'm sinking. Take me to a world of silver, no more heartbreak.
With the wind calm, that means we can actually land on runway 19. Save us some time. So we'll do that. And we want to fly the whole approach. Final approach course offset. We're gonna do visual. Clouds are not low enough. So where we can't. Visual 19 and we'll just do straight approach.
Get me out of broken hearts and starting fights. Turning truth to lies. Gotta get up, stop wasting time. Yeah, I wanna run off and fly. And I tell myself it's fine to be alone. Just to find somewhere that finally feels like
What? No, it's not letting us load the approach. Interesting. I have to clear that out. That's still a really cool view too. You get to see some of the glaciers and the peaks and stuff like that. Look right there. Oh, that's just gonna be spectacular. That's so cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get this approach programmed so we may actually start descending. Only says activate. This is gonna fly us to there. Wait a minute, that's not right. That's... Now it'll fly us to the course, and we may need to start descending already. Look at that! Isn't that neat? Has it started us down? Not yet. Would be on top of descent. Oh, that is super cool though. Isn't that something? That's remarkable. Alright, let's go ahead and start downward. Saying we should stay about 4,400 for now. Let's go ahead and turn FLC on, and we'll pull the power down to about 40%. And we'll start our descent. Grab one last look at the summit. In a moment, the summit's going to be higher than us. That is sweet. That's just too cool, though. And then you get these jagged peaks over here on this side. It looks like it drops off more on the north side. It does. Yeah, it definitely does. You're looking at it, kind of drops off more. And on the south side, you get kind of the more jagged peaks and stuff. Alright, the altimeter is 2988. So we'll go ahead and set that. Yep, there's the red, which means we're... And that's about the closest we've gotten to it so far. It's actually really neat. And then you have another peak right over here that sits at 17,400. Man, that's just so cool. You can't beat that. And then you get the glaciers over here and some of these peaks. Man, I love this state. Flying in this state. There's so much to see, so much to explore. Let's go in, do checklist, descent. Alright, altimeter is set. Power levers is required. Let's, regarding fuel, let's go ahead and switch to the right tank. And we'll leave the mixture and we'll just make sure it stays within the green. Alright, before landing. Engine started running rough there. That's too rich. It's getting a little bumpy all of a sudden. Stick with that there. Coming down over this, that's to be expected. And Talkeetna is going to sit by an airport, or Talkeetna Airport. gonna sit next to a river, is what I meant to say. And the town of Talkeetna. And I believe this is the river it's gonna pretty much kind of follow. Don't think we are gonna be able to see it just yet if we zoom in. In fact, at the moment, I'm not too sure. I haven't really approached it from this side. That's pretty right there, though. Let's get another view out. Yep, there we go. Denali, and then the other peak there. That's pretty neat. We need to take our power out, keep our descent right down to about here.
Jack it up.
Actually, I think that is it. I think that's the town. And I think the airport sits kind of right back here. Talkeetna is kind of like the gateway to Denali. It's actually a pretty sizable town. And then there's the Talkeetna River. I always have to wonder if the rivers are named after the towns. Probably the other way around. The towns are named after the rivers, but I'm sure there are probably some exceptions to that rule. Alright. Any updates? I don't think there would be. No. We can continue down. So we should be on the ground in 6 minutes or so. It's going to be a little more than that, of course, because we got to slow the plane down and such. Alright, let's go ahead and do some before landing items here. Seatbelts, da. Alright, fuel pump boost mixture goes full rich now. And we don't need to do anything with flaps or autopilot yet. We will. And we will just quickly look at the normal landing. Flaps full down, airspeed 80 to 85, and typical as that. And then always good to review the go around since we had to do one at Chandeleur Lake. Autopilot, disengage powerful forward, flaps up to half, 80 to 85, clear the obstacles, and then bring the flaps all the way up. And after landing, yeah, let's go ahead and set that there. And a little bumpy coming down. Not too bad. But a bit bumpy. Boy, that sure is pretty though. And if you try to turn and look back that way, yes, there we go. Look at those views. Ain't that remarkable? Let's go ahead and set a heading. We're gonna have to come idle on that. Power for a moment here, just try to get this, no. Let's turn the FLC off. Just try to get the plane slowed down. Actually, let's bump this, whoa, no. 2,000. Just watch these temperatures to make sure they don't drop too much here. Alright, we're below 150. We can actually go ahead and set half flaps now. power back in. And I'm hoping this will turn to pick the track up. Looks like it is. Yeah. Now we're too high on the course though, so we're gonna disengage the autopilot and fly the plane. Fly the approach by hand. Just a minor trim wheel adjustment. Let's put the power back in. Final items, landing light is on. We can actually turn the pitot heat off. Mixture's full rich, flaps are at half, boost pump is on. We're good. A little bit high. Yeah, look at that. What a view. I wouldn't call this overcast. I see a good bit of blue sky. This is more broken, I would say. It's actually quite pretty. We're kind of high. It's telling us our glide path is off, which we're way high. We have a little time to correct it. What we'll do is actually go full flaps now. That'll give us a little bit of a steeper approach. Wind is very calm down here. It's quite nice. 0 knots. Yeah, it's totally calm. Take some power out. We're flying a little bit of a steep approach.
500.
But we can correct for that. Well, we don't really see the town. You probably see it better coming in from the other side. It's okay. There's our approach slope we're looking for. That's pretty good. Add a tiny bit of power in. Ooh, and lower those trees. Now we're starting to drop a little low. It's alright. We've got room to work with it. Power out. Ooh, it's a narrow runway. Easy. Go down. We're gonna make this. Yes. Actually come over this side. Alright, here we are. Yay! That was actually a really good landing. Alright, flaps all the way up. You can turn the landing light off. And this appears to be a fairly busy airport. And hey, there's trucks! Speaking of, this one's probably gonna drive right through. Oh no, he stopped! Wow, look at that. Amazing. Well, that tells you the adventure with vehicles around here. Let's try to swing right around over here.
When you want to get off the darkest ground, the gravity pulls you straight down.
Just a tiny bit here.
Earth from a bird's eye view.
Very good.
You should grow feathers and see this too. When you want to
Nice.
get off the darkest ground,
Alright, final items, boost pump off.
the gravity pulls you
Not that really a need to switch the tanks, but may as well. Why not? I don't care. Lights off. Alright. I don't think there's anything else on the after landing. Transponder standby, that is. That's easy to forget. All that's left is shut down. Fuel pump is off, throttle is idle, ignition switch, we don't cycle that. We'll just go ahead and do an idle cutoff for the mixture. Engine is stopped. Turn these switches off in just a moment. Avionics, the magnetos, let's go ahead and... Magnetos are off. Avionics are off. And that was a... Oh, this text is all kind of showing up weird. Is that a... I don't know how long the flight was. 56 minutes or so? I don't know. Whatever, in either way. Alright. Alternators off, and... Now the batteries are off. Awesome! Alright folks, well welcome to Talkeetna, Alaska. Thanks for flying with me. It's a pleasure as always. Hope to have you aboard on the next one. Until then, take care, stay safe. See ya.